Boy George, over BX, Rich Porter, AZ, and they was an influence. Whether people knew it or not, they was an influence. And I said the same thing. I was like, yo, I want this money. Seeing Rich pull around and solves, they $30,000. Like $30,000 back then was a lot. You know what I'm saying? They said
black photographer. So come out, make sure we support them, man. Make sure we support everybody. Everybody trying to get back.
For sure, man. For sure.
I know on IG. And there's a lot of people saying she was selfish. Most likely those people never went through anything, doing depression or anything like that. And I hate when people say that it's selfish. First of all, even without the depression, we put on this earth to satisfy us.
Amen.
Not anyone else.
Amen.
Not living anyone else's life. So they don't know what this young lady was going through. And if she felt at peace of not being here anymore, that was her choice. She's not here to satisfy anybody after she's gone. And it just upset me when there was a lot of people that was just commenting that she was selfish. Then right after that, a young lady from Baltimore County did the same thing. They have a
Gratitude, Divine the Divineness. This is Bree India, and my guest for today.
Back again, this TONi, Drahkan. Y'all already know.
I appreciate you all for watching. This is 808 Tavern, and this is the I Am Who segment, season 2, and we are coming to a close with the season. I have a lovely creator today in which for season 1, I actually already met. I had technical difficulties, as I stated in the intro, with my first season. It was a completely different situation. So as you can see, with season 2, we have a little bit more of some stability, and you will be able to see this creator this go around. I'm excited to have you, and I appreciate you making the time for me again, but you know, with a different vibe, and of course expansion since the last time we spoke. So this will be actually a very interesting interview because, you know, like I said, I've already been able to tap in with this creator, so we can see everything that you've done up until now, and then we tap into everything you're going to be doing, you know, in the present year and the years to come. So I'm gonna get straight to it. So the segment is 3 parts. First part is I Am Who. That's the main part of it because it's about you, and everything that I question you will be only focused on you. That's the challenge of the interview.
Gotcha.
And the second part of it is the what do you do, where we'll get into the meat of what you actually do. The third part is the reverse the host, where you'll ask me a couple questions, and you know, I'll have to go with whatever you ask and answer it to the best of my ability. So we can get started with the I Am Who are you, first by introducing yourself to us, but not your stage name or anything like that. Just the way that I want you to do it is, and like I said, the challenge is introducing yourself by telling us a word that would describe you as the person you are in the room. You know, like some people say they're the boss in the room, the leader in the room, the dictator, the delegator, you know, whatever. Or I say I'm ambitious. I'm the ambitious one in the room. You know, I'm the hungry one, or the resilient one, the bodacious one. So a word, one word, or 1 to 3, and then a quote, mantra, motto.
I got my motto.
All right, cool. Let's go. I am who? Who are you?
I am the ultimate hustler. And my motto every day is, y'all gotta follow this, okay? Now, work ethics is, I'm not just a hustler. It's just that, I hustle a little bit more than other people. You know what I'm saying? My drive is a little bit hungrier than others. And I will relate to such as a wolf. If anybody knows a wolf, they know that wolves actually eat 24 hours a day. For some reason, I forgot when I was reading on their metabolism, it somewhat inflates their hunger. So they eat 24/7. So they hunt all day. They'll never get full. You know what I'm saying? They'll relax. They'll go do what they have to do, and then they want to run again. With wolves, is a family thing. So when you see wolves travel, you have the alpha male in the beginning. You have the secondary wolf after the alpha male in the middle. Then you got the females and the cubs and everything. Then you have the elder wolves that bring up the back. So I carry my team like that, so no one gets comfortable. Because when you get full, you get comfortable. And when you get comfortable, that means you're content. And when you're content, that means you don't want nothing else. Because you're content with whatever that you have. You know what I'm saying? So I run like that by myself, and I run my team like that. But my motto is that it's just simple. It's, every time you sleep, it's somebody 3 steps ahead of you.
Every time you sleep.
It's somebody 3 steps ahead of you.
Okay.
You know
So that's a motto to keep you paying attention, keep you focused, and keep you driven.
Yeah.
To keep moving.
I haven't slept in a long while, though.
All of that really reps into what you said about yourself too, is who you are in the room, the ultimate hustler. Like,
Yeah.
And I know what you mean now. I like the explanation you gave by the ultimate specifically being put in front of that, because like you said, you're not just a hustler, you're the ultimate at what you do.
Yeah, because I put everything into what I do, like 100. So even if I work with people, I tell them, I'm hard working. That's just plain and simple, because I want to eat and I want great results. So I'm gonna put forward to it.
I love that. Okay, that was a good intro to who you are as a creator. So now we're going to get into the next question, which is about your backstory, like your influences growing up, you know what I'm saying? I want you to give a prominent figure or a celebrity. It doesn't have to be a celebrity, but like a prominent figure in history that you feel as though may have been like a person that you know, feel like inspired you, if not influenced, or maybe actually influenced you, whether you knew them or, you know, what they did influenced you. Also give me a personal reference of somebody in your life that influenced you or inspired you through growing up. Like me, my parents.
First I would say my aunt. I didn't grow up with my mom. I grew up with my aunt, and that's because when my mom had me. My mom had me at a young age, and she was still outside, like not drugs or selling ass or nothing like that. She was just a party girl. She liked outside, you know what I'm saying? And so she signed the rights over to my aunt. So my aunt basically, my aunt raised me, legally my aunt raised me. And being over there with my aunt, I just seen the true dimension of a black woman, like holding it down. But at the same time, she did everything for me and my cousin. But the streets just had a bigger influence on us than my aunt. My aunt instilled in us like morals, respect, you know what I'm saying, integrity, stuff like that. But we were still
our own like world.
We were still we were still like lured to the street. We love the streets, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I would tell people when like these kids out here acting now, they keep saying, oh, you blaming on the parents. That's not true, because some of these kids got great parents. Some of these kids got two parent homes, and it's just kids just choose their path. You know what I'm saying? And some things are more greater, have a more greater influence on you than your parents.
That's so true. Your guardians in general, because you
so,
kind of go more with your peers.
Exactly. So, but throughout life, I know that my aunt was a big inspiration. Outside of family, I would say, and this combination, people will probably think is funny, but you had to work with these two men in order to see why they have an influence on me. And that would be Kevin Lyles, and that would be Dame Dash. You know what I'm saying? So working with them two,
Wow, big name figures.
yeah, working with them two is definitely showed me how to do business. Definitely showed me how to create ownership and make sure that the importance of ownership of yourself and the longevity of things. You know what I mean? Not just a quick buck, but you make positions and you make things happen that's going to carry you in the long run. It ain't always about money. It's how you set up situations that's going to help you in the long run.
In the long run, like a lot of people don't really think about when they're younger, but then by the time they are thinking about it, it's so many things they have going on.
When
that
I
they
got at
conjured
that
up.
time, Kevin, I remember Kevin saying one day that it was a situation with Reebok and Meth and Redman. And this was before Reebok gave a deal to 50 and Jay-Z. And I remember Kevin saying that all money ain't good money. That's what he was. And I never understood that until like years later when I got older. You know what I'm saying? So Kevin is definitely a person that he's beyond years when it comes to business. And some people might not understand, but understand like the things he do and everything, but it'll come to fruition later on, and you'll see. You know what I mean? And that's only if you got like an open mind, you understand.
Yeah, that is something to tap into if you were able to think on that level too. It's like an elevation thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question we were driving into, kind of leading from what you were saying, what your influences is. I speak a lot about self journeys. That's the flow, and then at the end of the day, I go where 808 Tavern goes. But the self journeys flow is the flow that you bring as the individual you are, the creator space that you are on the show. So the motivation question I ask is about, like, you can say what your regimen is, like your daily regimen or anything like that, but for the most part, it's about what motivates you from a personal space, your internal motivation. With everything that you have going on, how do you manage your work life and your personal life, your family life, or whatever work-life balance you have?
My motivation is just people saying that I can't do it, or people just down talking. That's the motivation every day. My grandfather's Sicilian. With that, is a lot of, I wouldn't say rules, but there's a lot of philosophy behind things that Sicilians go by. You know what I'm saying? So the resume part is that, like for one thing, my grandfather always taught me, if you got it, make sure that you help someone else out. And you don't have to be rich to do that. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a position to help somebody else out, then go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? My thing is every day is I just try to be the best, make my mom proud. My mom too. Me and my mom just get back to together, and just that little healing process and everything. But my aunt went through a lot of stuff that I went through. So the thing is just always to make her proud, make my kids proud. You know what I'm saying? Not just so like they can say, "Oh yeah, that's my dad," or "My dad doing this." Like they really say, "Yeah, that was my pop." You know what I mean? So that's my grind. My resume every day is that I get up and I got an amount of dollars that I'm gonna leave the house with, and I definitely gonna either double it or break even coming back in. Like, you shouldn't leave the house and not come back home doubling or breaking even in your profit. Your motivation should be doubling whatever you went outside with that day. You should have a plan for it to double to come before you come back in the house.
That's a good focus-driven mentality to have, waking up, like, just knowing game on, like.
Yeah, and it don't necessarily have to be cash, because it's not necessarily like, you made a move or you made a plan to double your
Abundance.
worth.
Yeah, like, just to be abundant. I understand that it doesn't have to be money, but I understand, like, just waking up with an abundant mindset. Yeah, with an abundance mindset. So yeah,
we have to break it down, because some people definitely, they go first thing.
Of course,
I got double my money. It's like, it's not always a money situation. Like, you put yourself in different situation. The money will always come if you got a motivation to get it. It's always gonna come. It's always out there. That's why I don't understand when people be like, I can't do this, or ain't no more money. There's always money out there. And
well, maybe when we get into the what do, you can tap into giving us some tips on how to tap into
I could
what is well of money
everybody, everything don't work for everybody.
It doesn't. And that's the realistic part of it is, wake up with an abundance mindset, but know what your, boundaries and limitations are, especially know what your path is. Like, not a lot of statements that have been running with season 2 have been believing in yourself, keep going. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you, and stay in your lane. Stay in your lane is the main thing that applies to this particular subject, because ultimately, when you wake up with an abundance mindset, you have to wake up knowing what that means for your path, for your lane, and how you need to manage that in your personal life. And I understand that, and I take that even for myself, because you gotta stay focused, man. We lose track all the time.
So there's so much stuff out there to distract us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's sometimes it's hard to stay focused, and sometimes you just gotta be focused.
Force yourself to just get back on course. I appreciate you sharing your motivations. I got a couple more questions before we tap into what you do. We'll get the meat of your creative existence. The next question is going to be about your work life, personal life balance, like how you balance time with your family.
With that, I make time, and I hate when somebody say, I ain't got time for such and such, or I ain't got time for this person. Like, no, you make, it's the same. It's true, you make time for what you want. So I always set time aside for my daughter and my son. We have date nights, we have boys' nights. And then I do my business. I never let whatever's going on personal into my business life. And I always try to tell other people that, but it's easier said than done, you know what I mean? Because some people, if they have something go wrong that day, like, it drift right over into their business or their workspace or something like that. Me, I don't. Everything is separate.
You draw a line between your work life and your personal life, and you know how to balance it.
I don't bring either one into each other.
That's good. That's a good tip, because I know one thing my father used to say is, when you come to the door, leave, everything at the mat. When you walk into the door, this is home, and you let all of that, leave the world outside. At the end of the day, leave the world outside, pick the world back up when you walk out the door.
And don't bring your home into your workforce.
Yeah, don't walk into work with your house empty. So yeah, I like that. I do. It's very firm. It's very well put together for people who already follow that guideline. They have those success, the successes they have because they follow that good guideline. So I appreciate you sharing. So the last question is going to be, like I said, going into the challenges. So I like to have, the creator, if willing, share at your discretion a story or, something where it connects the dots of a challenge, because we all experience different types of things. And this will guide us into what you do as a creator, because we'll get into the nitty gritty of who you are as a creator in your primary position, but then the other things you do around, that assist that. So this question with the I Am Who is your challenge, a story that you can give us, whether it be a testimony or just a story in general of a failure or success aftermath, where you can give us the idea of how it shifted you into growth, into who you are, how it assisted you as a creator, because we all experience a lot of different things in life, but there are always those few challenges that we'll always remember because of the powerful extent of it and how it shifted our life into a good or bad way, but ultimately it put us in a better place, because we're still here after all challenges we have.
Yeah.
So ultimately, it's always those couple of ones or that one that might just stand out that you'll never forget it, but
I do have a story.
okay. And then tell us like the aftermath and how you can
I'm
give
gonna
tips
give
behind
you
it.
the whole.
Seen it, y'all, seen it.
So during the time, like I said, with my aunt and me and my cousins and everybody, we was outside.
Mhm.
And we was outside before the word outside became a
Popular thing.
Yeah. So we outside and we chilling. I remember being in front of this bodega that we used to go to. Like for those who don't know, bodega is a corner store, front of corner store, and it was this homeless guy. We called him Chuck. We didn't really know his name. We just named him Chuck. And he'd be out there every day. And he would talk to us. And what was crazy is that us being street dudes, like, he talked to us a way where we actually listened. Mm-hmm. We listened to him and, we doing what we doing outside, trying to stay focused, but we paying more attention to what he telling us, and he dropped jewels on us like all the time. It was a learning experience. So I remember it was just one day we was just all talking, and we just know it was like Chuck wasn't there no more. It's like, hope ain't nothing happened to him or anything. Mm-hmm. So I think I was around about 17. Then when I was coming back and forth down here to Baltimore, because my mom was from here, so I would come down here during the summer and then go back. So I remember coming back home after working with Def Jam. I remember coming back home and some dudes was still the same as outside, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And we walked. I think we walked to this gaming hall. Yeah, we walked to this gaming hall because a shorty of ours, like it's a homegirl, she was having a party. Mm-hmm. So while we was outside, because they couldn't smoke in there, dudes lighting up and everything. This BMW pulls up. So the dude get out, like, we got a suit on and everything. Like, hey, Tone, come here. Like, yeah, who are you? He's like, nah, I need to talk to you for a minute. So dudes is just looking like, it's out of the ordinary for somebody to do this, you know what I'm saying? But the dude looked familiar, so he pulled me to the side. He said, yo, my brother, he's like, you've been out here, you've been doing your thing and everything, and I've seen you growing up. And I'm listening to it, I still don't know who's doing this, so, see, I just want to give you something, so, they give me, peel out all these hundreds. Give me $7,500. So I said, yo, what is this, who you? So looking at the money, so now I'm thinking like, yo, you're fed or something. He said, nah, it's me, Chuck. I said, what Chuck? He said, Chuck used to be on 93rd. He said, remember you used to give me money to eat and I talk to y'all outside. And he said, you always come and check up on me, you and your cousin Murph. I said, oh, snap. So now I'm looking at him, I said, Chuck, what happened? You know what I'm saying? I'm asking what happened, like, yo, he in the 7th series, he got the suit on.
Wow.
He said, yo, he said this lady came and talked to me, just like y'all. And I helped her with a situation. She came back and asked me that I want a job. I told her, yeah. She gave me the job. She put me up in Manhattan at the Uptown, right? And he became an executive. I think of this, it was like a coding company. He became an executive of it. And he told me a story. He said, yo, I just want to give you the money back that you gave me. I said, nah, man, you ain't gotta do that. It was like, that's crazy. It was like, yo, it wasn't nothing. I said, listen, man, yo, my aunt ain't bring us up like that. Like, yo,
that showed your intention.
Like, yo, we just helped you. We ain't nobody looking for that. He said, nah, you keep it, you keep it. I was like, all right, yo. So I go, he asked me what happened to my cousin. See, I said, nah, my cousin got killed. He said, dang, man. He said, oh, that's bad. He said, well, yo, this is my car. Give me a call or anything. You need work or anything like that. I said, all right, cool. So I remember like the following, I went home and told my aunt, and my aunt just started laughing, and she was like, yo, I did good. You did good. I said, you did. I said, yo, you did good. I'm a good brother. You know what I'm saying? So I think like three years later, I get a call like from an attorney in Manhattan. They asked me to come there. You know what I'm saying? I said, for what? They said, yo, we need to turn something over to you. So I was like, he said, no, this is not a criminal case or anything like that. He's like, yo, this is a civil. He said, yo, it's a civil award. So I'm asking my aunt what that is. She was like, yo, this one's like, give you something. I said, oh. I said, all right, cool. So I asked my aunt, I said, yo, run up here with me. It's like, yo, because I'm not too comfortable with things like this. You know what I mean? So my aunt went with me. God, we sat down in the office and everything. He asked me, man, gave me my license and everything. So he sent me an envelope, and I opened the envelope, and it was $9,200 in there. It was a check. I said, yo, who was from? He said, that's from Chuck. He said he passed away. I said, Chuck, what? From the coal company? He said, yeah. He's like, told me to find out who you were. He was like, you just knew what building you were, and he said you knew that you worked at the sneaker spot up in the Bronx. He said, so I had to track you down. I said, damn, I said, where did he pass from? He said, well, he had cancer for a while. It just kept coming up more and coming and going. I was like, damn. And when he gave me that, the next month, my daughter mother told me she was pregnant, and I immediately put the money in the bank. Yeah, in the bank for my daughter. I told my daughter the story. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, it's still in there because you don't even touch your money. My daughter don't touch no money that we give her in the bank. You know, she rather just spend everybody else's money. But yeah, that
but
was.
he sold into her, unbeknownst to himself or her.
Yeah, yeah. So like that right there in terms like, yo, just you don't know, never judge people. You never know who is who. You never know when blessings will come back to you or anything like that. And like I said, he was just shot. We ain't treat him no different. Like, we knew he was homeless, but he wasn't beneath us. And we knew he was a good dude because by talking to us, the way that he talked to us, we knew that he wasn't just an ordinary, like, off the rock or fiend type of homeless person. Like, something happened for him to be out here. You know what I mean? So,
y'all need to overcome and learn from that.
I think it's from, like I said, what my aunt instilled in us is that, yo, you treat everybody the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, never think that you above somebody. And
so that was a challenge of learning how to be humble. Definitely.
That's how I take the humble thing. I just like, you know, and to this day, I don't never think that I'm better than anybody. I tell somebody like, yo, I'm fly. I dress flyer than you because I'm from New York. I'm definitely a flyer than you. But I don't say that I'm better than somebody who would think I'm
You're
better
just
than somebody.
you're confident in your humility. I said this to somebody else. It's like you have everything that you need, but you are able to be humble still and confident in being, you know.
Like,
who you
like
are.
one time, a chick bumped into me. She one of my followers. She bumped into me into the Dollar Tree. She said, "Yo, I follow you." I said, "You follow me from where?" She said, "No, on IG." I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Well, what's up? What's up?" She said, "Why you in here?" I said, "Why shouldn't I be in here?"
Where was y'all at?
In the Dollar Tree.
Oh.
And she's like, "No, you just don't see it like for your Instagram. You don't see it like you will be in a place like that." I said, "Beloved, I come from Van Dyke Housing in Brooklyn. It is nothing Hollywood about me. I'll come here in the Dollar Tree. I'll go to Nordstrom's. I'll go to Saks Fifth Avenue. It don't matter." I said, "I'm in here because these are only motherfuckers that sell Welch grape soda. Nobody else sells it. And I don't care coming in here. I don't care. Yo, park my car right there in front, and I'm gonna jump out and come in here. I don't care nobody see me in here. I'm like, yo, it's Dollar Tree."
Right. It is what it is.
Yeah, I'm not
That's some real story right there too, because you know that shows like the flip sides and the turns and twists of like expanding in who you are as a creative.
Same thing as the perception of people have
of you, yeah, and
they-
you may not even know until they say it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's big right there. All right, we about to get into this. What do you do? But before we get to that, did you have any more statements to make to get to the audience about who you are specifically as a creator before we get into what you do? And we can talk more about it, but mostly to wrap up the I am who are you. A last word of you as a person.
Me as a person, my body of work will body your work. I hope I don't go over y'all head. Let y'all know that. I'm about to trademark. My body of work will body your work. And that's just me. That's how I put in. I put in 200% of whatever I gotta do.
200%, not 100. Let's get into this. Who are you? What do you do? Yeah, so tell us your primary creative position, but also your creator name, like if you go by something like in the public, like your public figure name, and then also your personal name if you're willing to share. If you have, like I said, a public figure name, let us know where that came from, you know, how that evolved. But tell us about your primary creative position.
Entrepreneur, in fashion designing. I have a degree in fashion design. I'm a graduate from FIT. If y'all know FIT is that's the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York, Manhattan.
So that's the primary.
I have my primary is that I'm a promotional and marketer. What I do is I'm not a promoter. And I really take offense when one of y'all call me a promoter. I'm not a promoter. Promoter and marketer is people that come up with things, ideas, and campaign to get things buzzing. And that's what I do. I do it for my company. I also do it for some other companies that want urban dollars and they don't know how to get it. But with that, I also include that they give back what they take from the urban community. You know what I mean? So that's my biggest thing. And with the promotion and marketing, like I said, we come up with plans from logos to ideas to events and stuff like that. I'm not a promoter. I don't sell tables or bottles or none of that. You know what I mean?
You are a marketer.
Yeah.
Is a real professional.
The dudes that do that, but it's
no offense to promoters. No offense to promoters, but specifically knowing the differences in the brackets of, you know, how it works and everything. take that context so that you know how to address professionals when you're trying to work with them in different ways. Because that is something that you need to understand is the jargon in the industry that you're trying to be in or that you're creating.
Yeah, because so it's like if you got a clothing line and you trying to get it out there and you don't know and you come to me, I sit down and I ask you like, yo, what is your clothing line? What it means? What's the backstory of it? How do you want it marketed? Do you want it marketed to urban? Do you want it marketed to everybody? You know what I'm saying? And
So you're a full branded marketing consulting company.
Yeah.
Well, that's really
You know what I'm
nice.
saying? So, and with that, I go and sit down with our team and we come up with a campaign for your product, your line, your artist,
Your
or whatever.
brand.
So, yeah.
I love that. Y'all tune in. Make sure y'all get this information because we're about to get into you giving us your information before we start talking about your events and everything. So let us know like how we can reach you. What's your best platform? Like, what are your main platforms?
It's the Funds Unlimited. Unlimited is Unltd group. The Funds Unlimited group.
So it's the THE.
Yeah. FUNDSUNLTD. And we'll spell unlimited out is abbreviated. Group. That's all one word.
All right. And that's on all your platforms, IG?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's all platforms. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook. Do you have...
And Facebook is Anthoni Drahkan.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But the Funds Unlimited is a Funds Unlimited business page on there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You can find out
More
everything
about
who we
everything.
work with and what we doing next and everything. You go in there and find that out.
Okay. Do you have a webpage or a email or contact number or a contact personnel that they need to also follow?
The email is Unlimited Source. And that's UNLTDsource.com.
Okay.
You go in there and find out anything and you contact anybody from the team on there and they'll help you out.
That's cool. That's perfect right there. So everything you need, make sure y'all go to the website that's listed right here and you'll be able to tap in. So now that we got your credentials out of the way, let us know the meat of everything which you do. So up until this point, real quick, because we're gonna do a timeline run through real quick, you know. Up until now, what have you done in, you know, your industry of expertise and in general, you know, to build up to this point of where you are with your company? And then I'll ask my next question.
I worked at my first job, Kevin Lyles helped me get, was at Fat Farm. Unfortunately, that didn't last long because I got arrested and then I came home. And when I came home, Kevin let me work at Def Jam. So that happened until Kevin and Leor left, and then I went and worked over at Rockefeller. And I stayed over there until that dismantled. And from there, I just started, I had opened up a store in Brooklyn. I put my clothes in there, and then everybody who had a clothing line, I put in there, and then we started the production company and branding company. Because first it was a branding and production, then we moved to promotion and marketing from there. So we worked with everybody, like from Jim Jones to Wale to
some prominent names if you know about it.
Megan, when she first started coming out, we still have dealings with Nike. In the urban collaboration market, work with several jewelers like Prestige Jewelers, Mr. Greg Young, Una, I keep pronouncing the last name wrong, it's Una, and a couple of films we did work with. I can't say it right now. What else I got going on right now, which is important, as y'all can see, is the sneaker event. And the sneaker event, first of all, the sneaker is is a olive branch off of my Her Showcase. My Her Showcase I put together in 2019, and it's an all-female performance event. So I put that together because I went to a lot of showcases, and I seen that guys outnumber the girls, and some of the girls was like fire, but they never win. It's always the guys that win. So I started the sneaker, the first one, like I said, 2019, and actually our actual night that we had it was the same day that Nipsey Hussle got killed. And which is that was kind of crazy. Yeah. But we packed the house out, and I didn't think we were, but a lot of people came out to see these girls. So we decided to do it every year. They talked about doing it every month. I was like, no, I didn't want to wear it out. I like to do it. I wanted to do it yearly. So we did the Her Showcase every March, because March is the International Women's Month. So we do the Her Showcase there. So from that, the people that know me know at Christmas time, I always do the Secret Santa for single moms. So the year before last, I decided to do one, and I was like, we're gonna do a sneaker fashion show. Because no one ever did that. You got sneaker bowls, sneaker galas, and all that, but no one ever did a sneaker fashion show. So the sneaker fashion show was to help raise money, and we was gonna help out a few moms, for Christmas for their kids.
I love that.
They raise up, and that was also, like I said, is an olive branch off of the Her Showcase. So that's why y'all see it say Sneak Her, which is still the Her logo.
We'll zoom into that.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we didn't have it in December because I caught COVID. My assistant caught COVID. 3 of the models caught COVID, and 2 of the artists caught COVID. But we did catch it from each other. Everybody caught it from somewhere else.
Various places.
Yeah. So it was too many to go in with the show, so we canceled the show for December, but we still helped people out during Christmas. So we rescheduled it and did it, and we brought it back around to March. So we had the Her Showcase in July. We moved that to July at the Barclays Center. And we put the Sneaker Showcase in March down at La Familia Center in Baltimore. And packed that out.
And that's annual?
Yeah.
So y'all seen into this annual event as well? It's on your website?
Yeah. So we Remy Ma was supposed to host it, but she couldn't at the time because she was doing filming for her and Fat Joe at the Wendy Williams show. So we got Dre Doll to host it. And that was a success. So this year, we're doing it for Mother's Day. We got a lot of things going on for the May for Mother's Day, not just on Mother's Day, but for a lot of mothers. We got the fashion statement, 3, that's May 13th, and then May 20th is the Sneak Her Kicks Cello. So with that is R&B, R&B females, hip hop females. I got spoken word, and I got a comedian, and 2 speakers. Which one of them was Miss Chantel Green. If y'all know Miss Chantel Green, she was on BET, the female kingpin story that BET had aired last year. She'll be speaking at that, and her daughter T Savage will be performing. And then that Sunday we're having what we call a Love Her brunch. And this ain't a brunch, it's just one meal. It's gonna be a brunch where it's a whole different bunch of cooks with their food. So that's the day after the Sneak Her event. So that's it. So this year We gonna help some moms. We got a sponsor that's gonna give away a free vacation. I got some that's, I forgot the spa, but the spa said they'll give them a spa day. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna help pay some bills. The last sneaker one we raised up $10,000 and we gave it to a mom to start her own business.
Wow.
So.
And that's good to support, and you know, shouts out to the creators, mothers and fathers are creators of themselves and their own. That is a part of, you know, your creative ability at the end of the day. So I appreciate that you're doing it because, you know, a lot of people need that. So everybody who is, you know, a mom and you don't know about different types of programs, foundations that exist that have things like this for you, tap in so that you can learn about this and show up for the possibility of getting an award or some type of assistance if needed.
We have a lot of people that'll be there to help moms with all different type of things.
That's really cool.
So yeah,
that's a big thing to share out of everything you have going on. So before we get to reverse the host, because you know we got to get ready to wrap up very soon, I did want you to just mention any more things that you haven't been able to tell us about what's coming in the future, and any we'll do a last word after the reverse host.
TV show coming. Matter of fact, we did our first episode the other day. It won't air yet though. We're just getting our pilot episodes out. But our first episode was with Mr. Chad Focus. He is home. If y'all know the story on Chad Focus, then you know the story. I ain't gonna tell you the story now, but we was his first show to do. His first interview was with us since he been home. Technically, he's in the halfway house and on house arrest. He come on house arrest on the weekend, so we was able to get the interview with.
And what's your series about?
This is called The Uncomfortable Truth.
Okay.
That's what the TV show is going to be about.
That
So
sounds
it's me. I have my co-host from my show, The Shop TV. It's me, her, Champagne. One other girl, and I have a flamboyant gay guy named Saucy. So it
sounds like there's gonna be a juicy lineup of people to speak on the different.
And my bartender, Mo Mixes, she'll be on that.
Okay. All right. Well, we got a lot to tune into with you. So if there's anything that we haven't been able to catch about you, like I was saying, we about to get into the reverse the host. We can do some wrap up things after we do the reverse the host, and then we'll close out today's session with you. But the thing about the reverse the host, you have to question me 1 to 3 questions of your own, and I'll give you the invisible reverse the host hat. You gotta take the hat.
Take that hat.
And now I'm a regular.
So, with my first question is, what made you come up with this name? 808 Tavern.
808 Tavern, the name is originated from when I did my road tour. The number 808 was like screaming at me for like a few years. And I was in the military, and I was in school, and I was working at the hospital. So I was doing so many things that I was too distracted, like we were talking about, to focus on anything having to do with my creativity. So my spiritual awakening in 2018, personally, people talk about it a lot in different ways. For me, I look at it like I had a spiritual awakening because of the different things that I was like experiencing. And the number 808 kind of took me through like a toll of like, every time I would see it, the vibration of it would match whatever was going on at the time, if that makes sense,
Yeah.
And then other synchronistic numbers that would occur when we had some spiritual awakenings would happen.
So
and
did you look up the meaning of 808?
Eventually I did. Once I looked up the meaning of the number 8 and the number 0, and then the number 88, because the vibration of 2 8s matters. And I just really started getting into the context of numerology because I really started to understand the vibration of numbers and the synchronistic, like, you know, element of when we see it, how it affects us, you know, and our energy, and why we know how to look at a situation based on the numbers. And some people don't, you know, but I'm learning, like...
Well, I mean, I know the vibration of the 7, so tell us what's the vibration of the 8.
That's the infinite number. So, you know, all the numbers, they say that the 7 is a God number, the 9 is a God number. At the end of the day, all numbers are connected to God, because even the number 1 is the number of completeness, you know, that represents God himself. So the number 8 represents God in the representation of his infinite, you know, existence, right? So it's not necessarily the perfect number, it's the infinite number, not just because it looks like the infinity symbol, but because the effect, like how I looked at it in the 808, is it's like a loop that we go through in life. We go through like loops in life, right? And so the one side of the 808, the first 8, is the first part of life before we have an awakening, before we wake up to the cycles in life, our lessons, what is a blessing, what is affecting us, our generational, you know, repetitiveness, our DNA, just awakening to our being is the 0, because the 0 is the cycle. And once we realize we're kind of on this cycle, we have the opportunity to cross over into the other side of the 808, which is allowing us to just be free in our element of existence, because we know more of ourselves, we know more and understand more of, you know, just being alive. Yeah. And just in general, that's how I broke down what I understood about the 808 and how it affected me personally.
So where did the tavern come from?
So the tavern part just came from me liking to have the, I've always wanted a cafe, restaurant growing up, like when I was a child. That was my big thing, was I wanted to be an actress and artist. I wrote when I was a kid, and I wanted to have like a big art cafe, and you know what I'm saying? So now that I'm an adult, I changed it from, you know, just, I had a lot of, you know, names that I came up with over the years. So tavern, I like the idea of how I want it to look is more of a tavern style than just a cafe or like a shop. You know, so that's where the tavern came from, especially because I want to do a lot. When I have a brick and mortar, a location for it, the way that I want it to look is how I envision a tavern being in my head. So that's a big description. I appreciate that question.
Where do you see yourself taking 808 Tavern to?
I have so many different places I want to take it. I won't share everything, but I do know that I want to see it being something that is, I want to continue doing the mobile show, where I get to travel every so often for different seasons and, you know, meet different creators outside of where I am. But the headquarters is going to be, you know, the DMV area. But I do have, you know, plans to be located mostly in like DC or somewhere in the DMV as far as the headquarters. But to keep it traveling, to grow with that, and then also allow it to be more kind of like how it is over the West Coast with a lot of different venues for like the different like South by Southwest, and you know just different events and venues that things that happen, right? And be able to have different events that I have planned in that location, and mostly like a lot of friendly competition between record labels, different things. I see a vision that's bigger than just like, you know, local artists coming, but I do want to be able to have those types of opportunities as well. So yeah, I'm just hoping to get, you know, the funding, investors and things like that to be able to pour into the idea. But that's just the realistic thing of it, is to see it grow to a point where the deeper vision can expand and actually take place. Right now, I'm working solo, you know, a couple lights from Amazon.
Cool. Yeah, a lot of people work solo. Then you know what I'm saying, you get a little expansion, then you bring other people.
Yeah.
Bring other people in.
But that's the thing, it's a mobile vlog podcast. So I want to be able to continue to let that be the highlight of where 808 Tavern goes and how it grows.
So, before we end, on this journey of 808 Tavern, what have been your pros and cons since you started this journey?
Ooh, that's a juicy one. My pros and cons. I'll say my cons first, you know, say the best for last. So my cons have been, I don't know, that's hard because everything seemed to be something that turned out to be good. Like I said, the statement, the running term has been, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. And I'm really starting to see how a lot of the things I thought were cons ended up being pros for me, right? But I will mention, ultimately starting off, not having a job was a con for me starting up. I thought that was a bad thing because I didn't have any income, and I was living in my car. I was living in my car, driving around the country, hoping to find sanity because I was in a depressive mind state when I found peace with my comfortability in traveling and just being in solitude. I enjoy being with myself, but I also enjoy connecting with people, new people, and just being outdoors. So the con was definitely just not having a job. Another one was not having a team. That was a con for me because I ultimately had to learn just the importance of it through being with myself, establishing this particular company. But I didn't want to be selfish in the mindset of thinking like once I get it established, I can't then seek the team that I need because I'll understand more who I need in the picture. At first, I didn't really understand what I was doing yet. I was still building the vision. So my con was just doing it while I was still building it and not knowing necessarily where I was going directly.
Would you want a team or you feel comfortable doing solo interviews?
I'm fine doing solo interviews, but I mean a team as far as like somebody who knows how to do the lights, come in and set up things and be the videographer and the cinematographer. I would allow, somebody, instead of going and learning how to do everything, I'd rather have people who know how to do specific things, be the legal person on my business name and everything I had to do with the legal side of it, just be the person who knows how to do that. And a bookkeeper, manage the money and the things that I need when I start generating an income out of this. So, that's what I mean. And a marketer, somebody who can assist me with marketing the platform, the show and the company and, to grow with me. So that's the con. And the pros, because I didn't get to say, the pros have been just the growth and the challenges. I enjoy, like you were saying about yourself, I enjoy challenges too. Like that really helps me, the difference is not necessarily when people challenge me. I don't mind. If people challenge me, I would still do it anyway. I'm self-motivated. But the challenges that come with growth in general have been a pro for me because ultimately it's been able to get me out of this lazy, procrastinating energy that I used to be in, honestly. Because I used to have jobs and work all these things and stuff, but everything I did, I was always complaining. I used to be like, I hate doing this. I gotta go to the strip club again today. I gotta go to the McDonald's or the hospital or just anything, So finding what I love by doing this has been the pro.
That's the part of the spiritual awakening. Mm-hmm. So would you consider yourself a flower child?
I'm gonna love this if you're gonna say that, because I definitely started off with that mentality of I'm in the mud right now. I have to find my way out, just like a lotus flower. Okay. So yes, wildflower child I am. Gosh. I appreciate those questions. You really went in, and I had to answer from a space of my reality. Yeah,
you forgot that.
This happened. Oh my God. I appreciate you asking me because it did remind me of the process. You be in the middle of doing stuff and you just don't even get time really once it starts to move to just look and be like, oh, I was doing this. And then I'm an artist, so now doing music I've been, really tapping into my creativity and I've been loving it.
You singing?
Mm-hmm. I gotta share with you some music, So we're gonna have an extended conversation.
She sings. She's not just a podcaster, she sings too.
He's crazy, right, y'all?
So keep on the lookout for that.
I appreciate that, and I'm gonna share with you too. So we have had so much time on the show. I wish I had more time. I need to sit with you again. Hopefully, you can invite me as a guest host on one of your shows, and vice versa, bring you back on. I appreciate you making the time.
This month we booked. I had. We dedicated the whole month to just
the women.
Yeah, so every Monday is been booked now. Somebody tries to just jump in and I said, yeah, we booked. Yeah. So I said April is all the way open. April is all the way open. You know what I'm saying?
That's lit. Well, I appreciate y'all tuning in. And we want to get a last word from Tony, but I appreciate y'all tuning into the show. Make sure y'all tune into everything that he has in his platforms, everything on the website about his events and the foundation and how you can get involved, as well as how you can be able to tap into the resource if you need it. So give us a last and final word.
I don't know when it's going to come out, but be on the lookout for the sneaker showcase. So the next one will be in DC. This one was supposed to be in DC, But the people at Howard Theater, I don't know what's going on in that office, but they got to me like 2 months late. So I had to take it back to where we originally started from, which was in the War Memorial Building in Baltimore. But this will be a city thing, just like the Her Showcase is. It will be a city thing. So it will be DC, then ATL will be our next one, and then New York will be our next one. But we mostly are going to the cities because certain cities we know they got a real love for sneakers. And not only do we do the sneaker thing to get back to the single mothers, but we also campaign of trying to get more black females in the sneaker industry. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not a lot of black women in the sneaker industry, but there's a lot of black women that love sneakers. I'm telling y'all, listen. Did this first one last year. The ladies came out. Men, fellas, they be out. Telling you, they get the ball gowns. Yo, they get the skirts. They get the foo-foos. Is it foo-foo or tutu? Tutu. Yo, they come with the flesh sneakers. Guys, yo, get a blazer, get some jeans, bring your sneakers out. Don't be afraid to dress up. Do the man thing, dress up. Cause these ladies come out and they look sexy and they look cute in sneakers. They be out. I'm telling y'all. All right, so we just hit different cities that we know got a huge love for sneakers. Okay. That's coming. That will be out. We'll be out in that city. They'll definitely know when we get there.
That's lit.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for that as well. I appreciate that last word. Do you have a last, just a tip to give people?
Just listen. Don't let nobody break your spirits. And with social media is not real. All right. Don't go on social media and make your life
surrounded by it.
Yeah, and the dependence on it. You know what I'm saying? And your whole world is messed up because people are leaving comments or saying this and that. It's like, just stray away from it. Stay focused on what you gotta do, because the internet is a curse, is a gift and it's a curse. It's all how you take it. And you gotta understand, if you go under Puff or you go under Nicki comment, there's people under there that say stuff about them. So
and they don't got time to sit and scroll and try to respond to everybody.
If somebody's talking about them, you shouldn't even be worried about nobody talking about you. You know, so people with me every day. I don't care. I just keep on going.
I definitely
you know what I'm saying? So, but
I don't have to
never let nobody break your joy or distract you from your goal. You know what I'm saying? Go and do what's comfortable for you, not what everybody else is doing or what people suggest you to do. Make yourself happy first. That's all that matters. Nothing else matters, because if you miserable, everything around you is going to be miserable.
I love that. And that'll be a self-journeys evolved type of tip that we're going to add for this wrap up of the 808 Tavern.
I'm not a flower child. I'm just, I'm just giving word of a flower.
he what you call it? He an indigo.
Yeah.
Anyway, y'all, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all have tuned into another episode, season 2 of 808 Tavern. I am Who segment, and this is Bree India and my guest
TONi, Drakhan, TONi with an I, y'all.
And thank y'all for watching the G Self Unity, Peace, Love, and Truth. Bye. All love.
So what are the A&Rs doing these days? They're doing nothing. They're going on the phone.
Yeah.
They're going to see who got the most followers. Even if the followers are bought, even if the views are bought, they going by what that is. Then they go in their DM, invite them to the label. You know what I'm saying? And try to offer them a check and a bag. They don't do no work. They ain't in the hoods. Record label needs you.
Yeah.
They dying.
This is the type of shit we
You know
talk
what
about all
I'm
the time.
saying? Like, Yo Gotti did Independence 10 years without a record label.
Right. Look at
10
Young Dog
years.
right now.
Yep,
He
Young Dog.
just getting signed to
Young
Rock
and
Nation.
May. Yeah. So look, that's why I'm happy we got you in the building. You know, everybody been talking about that Gifted Savage package. You know, so that's what I do. Like, this is why I stay linked with TONi, because if I see like I did an artist boom, I'm like, look, I know how to get you. You know, I got the right person for you.
Man, making mad moves, y'all support. Like designer, black videos, black business owner. King of Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? So, we had the Shop TV. We got Mama Jones here. She's on tour with her book, Love and Romance. So, how did you come up with this title?
Because it's about that time everybody know about love and romance. And I'm a very lover and I love romance. That's just me. So that was it. It's time for the younger people generation coming up under me, because a lot of the young ones don't know all about this kind of stuff.